Alright, peace, peace. We're going to coming back from this book right here. Forbidden Archaeology. This is part 2. We're going to prove that black folks, we did not come from Earth. Our DNA is not from here. Now listen to this. Dr. West Muhammad.
Well, see, is genetic descendants that to us become is at the root of God's evolution as a genetic biological organism, which is relevant to us because we are his genetic descendants. Y'all don't like to hear God being talked about as a biological organism too. Well, see, this is Islam. This how we do religion. We do real religion. We do religion as mathematics. We do God as real. So I'm not going to use the fluffy religious language, because that would just confuse you and frustrate my purposes for today. Do we have any idea when this might have occurred? Yes, we in fact do have an idea. Carbon is exclusively formed in the interior of stars. The abundant carbon found in your and my body is literally stardust, blasted from the core of dying red giants. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said what came out of space was a human being. The human being came from space. The black human being came from space. Not from Africa. Not from Africa.
Now, so I've already showed in my previous video, in the Stone Age, you have black folks 1.5 million years ago dealing with fire, right? And we have here in the Jurassic Park era, in this book, it talks about black folks walking around with dinosaurs. So, but let's read some of this stuff. You have tools from the Red Crag. Tools from the Red Crag, and they date this to 2.5 million years ago, right? I just want to go through some of this stuff. I can't go through it all. You can pick the book up on your own. It's called Forbidden Archaeology. They have a carved shell from the late Pleistocene Red Crag, right? And it has drawings on it. Somebody was drawing on this on a stone. And they put a smiley face on it. 2.5 million years ago. Let's keep on going. One second. Okay, let's keep on going. Matter of fact, before I do that, I want to read something to you real quick. So let's go back here to Benjamin Franklin. What did he say? So Benjamin Franklin said, that's Benjamin Franklin, and he says that all of Africa, Asia, and America are black. Russia, Italy, Spain, France, Swedes, and the Germans are black. That's what he says. So, let's keep on going. Okay. All right. So you have here Americano on the South America origins of hominids, right? So this guy, Florentino Americano, proposed that humans beings evolved on the South American continent and then migrated first to North America. Now let's jump over here to see what he says. Check this out. Florentino Americano, however, discovered stone implements and stratas dating back to the earlier Pliocene 3 to 5 million years ago, and even as far back as the Miocene and in Argentina instead of Africa. Along with stone implements, Americano found abundant signs of human occupation, such as evidence of fire, burned bones, and seized bones, and human skeletal remains. Who was there back 3.5 million years ago using fire? Well, if we go back here to the Stone Age, you got the Stone Age. These are not white people. Your scientist has already told you that the earliest that you go back is 66,000 years ago. So who is this? 1.5 to 1.7 million years ago using fire. Let's look at this. This is a recast, the earliest human species that is known to have controlled fire. Who is this? These are black folks. These are Negroes. They put us back. They are putting us back in millions of years ago. Let's keep on going. Okay. Why aren't you at camp speaking about this stuff? Let's keep on going. All right. This is in Carboniferous. The Carboniferous. This is in Illinois, Macoupin, Illinois, and they found a skeleton, and it dated back to 286 million years old, and it might be as much as 320 million years old. Human footprints. They have fossil human bones, footprints, and they have here this is talking about the Jurassic Park era, right? This is talking about dinosaurs. Dinosaurs, they date to 201 million years ago. 200 to 243 million years ago, right? So somebody was there back then walking amongst dinosaurs. And they found human footprints. So, okay, it says here that the upper Carboniferous began about 320 million years ago. It is thought that the first animals capable of walking erect appeared around 210 million years ago. These lizard-like creatures, capable of running on their hind legs, right here, on their hind legs, when they put this stuff together, they're doing a recast, a remolding of dinosaurs, right? And they have tails and stuff. And it says here that these lizard-like creatures capable of running on their hind legs will not have left any tail marks since they carried their tails aloft. But their feet did not look at all like those of human beings. Rather, they resembled those of birds. Okay? It goes on to say that at the bottom, it says, so they found footprints in a sandstone, and it says each footprint has 5 toes and a distinct arch. The toes are spread apart like those of a human being who has never worn shoes. Scientists and travelers who have seen the tracks who have seen the tracks which he proved to be genuine or study photographs of them state that they resemble those of the most primitive people of the Andes the Aboriginal Chinese, and the South Sea Islanders, all being people who have never worn shoes. Who are Aboriginal? The Aboriginal Chinese. Black people. What did Benjamin Franklin just say? Let's keep on going. So, it says here that these facts led Burroughs to conclude that the human-like footprints were formed by compressions and soft, wet sand before it consolidated into rock some 300 million years ago. Let's keep on going. What else did they find? Like I said, I can't go into it all. Okay? This is a deep book. They go into I talked about it in my video on the Iceman inheritance. Okay? You have here the living ape man, right? You have the living ape man. They talk about the Almas, the Sasquatch, the Yeti monster. They talk about these things. Okay. One of them had got shot. They got shot. And it was a woman. Okay. So they talk about the Yeti, right? Was described as a large male, nearly 7 feet tall, and covered with dark and reddish hair. During the course of the attack, the young man took his potato hoe and struck the Yeti across the chest. The Yeti fled into the higher mountain regions. The young man struggled back to the village to his mother and described his encounter with the Yeti. His words were serious and he later died. Okay? This is Kakistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan. Okay? Areas where Yetis have been sighted in Central Asia and the Himalayas are shaded with the vertical black bars. Okay? Let's keep on going. Here you go. The Almas or Yeti monsters, these are white folks. Right? The Sasquatch and the Yeti, from the description available, are large and very ape-like. But there's another wild man, the Almas, which seems similar and more human. Okay? You can read about this. They found them in China, wild men in China, right? They found them in Malaysia and Indonesia. Okay? Mainstream science of wild man reports, right? So I'm bringing straight facts. Let's see here. Listen to this. According to, now this is in China. They found one of these people. And it says, even today in the area of the Fang County, there are still legends about hairy men or wild men. A local chronicle about 200 years says that the mountain that the Fang Mountain lying south to the county town is precipitous and full of holes, where live mini moran about 1 zang high and hair coated. It says they often come down to eat human beings and chickens and dogs, and seize those who fight with them. You see that? These people are eating human beings. I'm not making this shit up. Let's keep on going. Listen to this. They talking more about them. It says, although more than 1,000 footprints have been found in the Hubier province, some more than 19 inches long, over 100 hairs have been collected, the longest measuring 21 inches. Some of the hairs were supplied by persons who claimed to have seen wild men. Others were taken from trees against which wild men were said to have rubbed. It says the hair was studied by Provincial Medical College and the Institute of Vertebrate Paleontology in Beijing. The general consensus or agreement is that the hair belongs to a higher primate, monkey, ape, or human. Who? White people. Non-Africans. Payne, who stood face to face with the creature at a distance of 5 feet for about an hour, said he was about 7 feet tall, with shoulders wider than a man, a sloping forehead, deep-set eyes, and a bulbous nose with slightly upturned nostrils. He had sunken cheeks, ears like a man's but bigger, and round eyes, also bigger than a man's. His jaw jutted out, and he had protruding lips. His front teeth were as broad as a horse. His eyes were black. His hair was dark, more than a foot long, and hung loosely over the shoulders. You see this? Are you hearing this? Let's keep on going. So, you have something called the Rex skeleton. You have something called the Rex skeleton, right? And they date the Rex skeleton. This is the skull of a fully. This is the skull, and this skull is from a fully human. Who are humans? Who are 100% humans? Africans, African Americans, Negroes. Who are non-Africans? Everybody else who are not Negroes. And they date this back to okay, they found this. And here are the dates right here. This is going back to 2 million years ago. But let's keep on going. Keep on going. It says the probable date range of Rex skeleton. Alright? And it says here that they found it in limestone and other materials from overlaying beds and found none despite the most attentive inspections. It says this gives a date of over 1.5 million years for the skeleton, which is fully human. Second, we have Leakey's view that the skeleton was deliberately buried during the disposition of the upper bed, too, which also gives a date of over 1.5 million years ago. But now we want to predate the Big Bang. That's what we're going to do now. I'm going to cut my video off. And they have done something that's called radiometric. You can look that up. They do something called radiometric carbon, something like that, right? And they have something called the black skull or black thoughts. The first specimens of the Australopithecus robustus was thought about 2 million years old. But the black skull with its Australopithecus features included the largest cranial crest of any hominid, was 2.5 million years old. You see that? Let's keep on going. So you have carbon dating, carbon 14 dating of bones. You have something called let's see here. You have radiocarbon dates, which is radiocarbon dates, okay? They found something else. This is a coin. This coin-like object was from a well boring near Law Ridge, Illinois. Was reportedly found at a depth of about 114 feet below the surface. All right. And it says, according to information supplied by the Illinois State Geological Survey, the deposits containing the coin are between 200,000 to 400,000 years old. Okay? And then it says here that in September 1984, the Illinois State Geological Survey wrote to us that the age of the deposits at 120 feet in Whiteside County varies greatly. In some places, one would find at 120 feet deposits only 50,000 years old, while in other places would find the Silurian bedrock to 410 million years old. All right? Listen to this. They found a gold chain in Carboniferous coal form. They found a gold chain in Carboniferous coal from Mooresville, Illinois. So they found a gold chain made from coal. You see that? And they date this thing. Listen to this. The Illinois State Geological Survey has said that the coal in which the gold chain was found is 260 to 320 million years old. This raises the possibility that culturally advanced human beings were present in North America during that time. This is in Mooresville, Illinois. So you got black folks, Negroes in North America, 260 to 320 million years old, 320 million years ago. What else we got here? This is dealing with a shoe sole from Nevada, the Triassic. So the Triassic is dealing with your Jurassic Park era. This is dealing with the dinosaurs. Triassic. This is dealing with dinosaurs. The Triassic is a geological period which spans from 50 million years, okay, to be the beginning of the Jurassic Park era, the Jurassic period. This dealing with your dinosaurs, man. What the hell are Negroes doing living amongst dinosaurs? How is that possible? Here's your dinosaurs. So what are Negroes doing walking amongst them? I thought they were extinct. Here's your dinosaurs. Let's keep on going. So they found a shoe sole, a partial shoe sole in Triassic rock from Nevada. The Triassic is dated from 213 to 248 million years ago. And it says here that thus was found a fossil which is the foremost mystery of science today. From the rock in which it was found, it is at least 5 million years old. Are you hearing this? They found metallic tubes from chalk in France And they say that this metallic tube is dated to 65 million years ago. What else did they find? Some bringing facts that nobody is really talking about, who are so-called Bible believers. How come no one's talking about this stuff? But let's keep on going. These are facts that cannot be refuted. How are you going to debunk this? How the hell are you going to debunk this? You can't. You can't do it. You don't got no proof. What proof you got? It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. What can you prove? You can't prove a damn thing. Let's keep on going. They found this shoe-like print. They found a shoe print from Utah. Okay? And they date this thing. They say a shell, a shawl, or whatever, holding the print, and they trilobite fossils is from the Cambrian and would thus be 505 to 590 million years old. They found this print, and they say if genuine, the shoe print will be over 505 million years old. But let's keep on going. Now this right here is going to debunk. This right here is going to debunk the Big Bang Theory. And it's going to put a nail in the coffin with your Big Bang. And I can place those black people back in time before the Big Bang ever took place. So you got the Big Bang. And they say the Big Bang took place 13.8 billion years ago. But I got somebody that's predating the Big Bang before stuff took place. How can I prove it? How can I prove this? Well, groove spear from South Africa, pre-Cambrian. They found a metallic spear from South Africa with 3 parallel grooves around its crater. The spear was found in a pre-Cambrian mineral deposit said to be 2.8 billion years old. Billion years old. Now listen to what they say at the end of this. Okay? For the purposes of this study, it is a spear with 3 parallel grooves around its equator that most concerns us. Even if it is conceded that the spear itself is a limestone, a limonite concretion, one still must account for the 3 parallel grooves. In the absence of a satisfactory natural explanation, the evidence is somewhat mysterious, leaving open the possibility that the South African groove spear, found in a mineral deposit 2.8 billion years old, was made by an intelligent being. Who made that 2.8 billion years ago? This. Who made this? 2.8 billion years ago. This is predating the Big Bang. They had 13.8 billion years ago. But somebody is back in time 2.8 billion years ago making this. Who did this? I'll tell you who did it. Niggas. Niggas. Niggas did it. Stop selling yourself short. Know who the hell you are. They have all this stuff referenced and sectionals. South Africa groove metallic spear, all right, and they have this stuff referenced. Cambrian period, 2.8 billion years ago. Dorchester mass, a metal base. This is this is in the billions, right? Then we're gonna keep on going here. You're gonna keep on going. They found an iron nail and stone. Here's this reference number and section. Okay. They found a gold thread and stone, an iron pot. This is going back to the millions and billions of years. Triassic, Jurassic Park era, human footprint, Turkmenian Republic. They got a block wall in coal in Oklahoma, 260 to 320 million years ago. This is not white people. These are not white people. These are niggas. I have just debunked your Big Bang Theory. Who gives the white man to call our ancestors Australopithecus? Why can't they just come right out and call us what we have always been called? Niggas. Niggas. You cannot even put a date on this word. So if you can't put a date on this, and it says that nigger is the oldest word of record in the world, well, who was back 2.8 billion years ago made this? Niggas. Who is this in the Stone Age making fire? 1.5 million years ago. Who is this? 1.5 million years ago. Niggas. You gotta come back with some Bible verses. That's not proving a goddamn thing. I just took you all around the world and went to every land where you find a black person there. And in this book right here, you just heard Benjamin Franklin say, quote, "Why should the Palatine Moors be suffered to swarm into our settlements? They will never adopt our customs, any more than can they adopt our complexion. All of Africa, Asia, and America are swarthy, black. Russia, Italy, Spain, France, Swedes, and the Germans are black. Are black. Niggas. I just took you all around the world. I just did a 360-degree angle on your ass. And you should be able to insert yourself in history, in the Bible. Because it's a storybook. It's your book. It's the story is told by your black ancestors. So if you believe that Jesus is going to come back, and he says that he has woolly hair, and he's from the ancient of days, and he's from the beginning of time, and you can't date his ass, well, guess what? If you can't date Jesus, if you can't date God, and you can't date the sacred N-word, you can't date this word. You can't date it. And if you can't date niggas, what does that make you? What does that make you, and who does it make you? So when Jesus comes back, if you believe he's going to come back, you're going to see this. Only difference you're going to see between Christ and niggas walking around today is an older version of us. This is old. This is your ancient of days. This is 1.5 million years ago. This is 2.8 billion years ago. You're going to see an older version of us. No different. So when they make themselves known, how are you going to be able to tell the difference between us on earth and them in the sky when they come on the ships? You won't be able to tell the difference. Like, hey man, those niggas look just alike. placing these people in the Bible and predating your Big Bang Theory. So, let's go back here to the Africans who wrote the Bible. And we're going to go into the section on God. Who came up with the concept of God? Why do people believe in God? And for lack of better terms, who is God? So I'm not afraid to question my reality. I have just answered the question that you've been looking for your whole life. You got people that's damn near 80 years old, don't have a clue who God is. Go to church every damn Sunday, don't know what the hell is going on. And this is deeper than what people really think it is. So you cannot debunk this. This is facts. I done came from all these sources, and the best you Negroes can do is come with some Bible verses. That's the best you niggas can do? Get the hell out of here. That's why these white folks laugh at you. These half man, half beast laugh at your ass. So like I said, right here, why did the earlier apostolic fathers seek to conceal from the Christian masses, and why? The early apostolics of the church sought to conceal the fact that the concepts, documents, and doctrines of the Christian faith were all black people's ideas and religious practices. Why would they want to do this? It was because in those earlier times, these apostolic fathers felt that Europeans might not want to worship a God that was imagined, created, and personified. These black folks, these niggas, came up with the concept of God. Because they are God. You see that? I got nothing but facts on my side. Facts. Facts that cannot be refuted. Straight raw facts. Origin of the concept of death, origin of the concept of death, heaven and hell. Black folks' imaginations. Origin of angels and the hierarchy of the nature of godliness, the creation of religion, and the concept of God in ancient Egypt, or Negretia, the whole continent of Africa. This whole continent of what we call Africa was called Negretia. Negretia. The Western powers changed the name of the continent from Negretia to Africa at the Conference of Berlin in 1884 and 1885, when they divided it up to steal the wealth of that landmass. But we're not just confined to Africa, Negretia. We all over the goddamn world. And I proved it. I proved it. The Mahdi's, or the Arabs, once renamed Negretia or Africa Archeology, during their reign and plunder in the mid-1800s. It didn't last long because the Christian Western nations weren't about to let their wealth be controlled by Arabs. How are you going to refute and debunk this? Don't quote Bible passages say, oh, Paul said this, and Jesus said that, and you go to the book of the law, and Moses said that. I got somebody that's predating Moses' ass by billions of years. Billions of years. So, You mean to tell me God is gonna pass up 2.8 billion years? He's gonna wait. So you got 2.8 billion years. These people are making these artifacts 2.8 billion years ago. And God is gonna wait. He's gonna wait to 1350 BC to give out some goddamn commandments for man to govern himself. And you got these people making this shit 2.8 billion years ago, and you got the goddamn white man saying they found this and they dated back to 2.8 billion years ago and was made by an intelligent being. So intelligent means somebody smart. These niggas ain't dumb. These niggas not walking around mumbling stuff. They ain't mumbling shit. These niggas talking. Get the hell out of here, man. Who you think you fooling? You can pull that shit on somebody else, but this nigga right here, I use my goddamn brain. I'm not no dumbass. Who you think you fooling, man? Who the hell you think you fooling? You better go pull that shit on somebody else. Why you think these white people trying to shut my page down? They don't want this shit out there. They don't want you knowing that black folks was smart enough that we came up with the concept of God. We came up with the concept of God. That's why you worship God. Our ancestors were highly scientifically genetic engineers, and they made another race of people and mixed and took their DNA and mixed their ass with the animals that they made. So if you are non-African, your ass is half human, half beast. You got all this shit in you. You got dog in you, canine. You got fish, animals. You got fish, birds, reptiles, dinosaurs. You got all that shit in you. Don't get mad at me. They did it. Take it up with them. Shit. I just got here. Don't get mad at me. Take it up with them. This is facts that cannot be refuted. This is facts that cannot be denied. Don't pull no goddamn Bible verses to try to prove your argument. And you niggas know that what I'm saying is true, but you too pussyfied to question your reality. You too pussyfied to question God. Not knowing the whole time who you are. And it's a damn shame. I got people that's predating the Big Bang Theory. So you got, they say the Big Bang took place 13.8 billion years ago, right? So let's do the math. So you got 13.8 take away 2.8. What does that leave us? 11. I'm quite sure that'll be a negative 11. I'm not that good at math. If I'm wrong, correct me. But you got 11. 11 billion years. They still short. They still come up short. They still coming up short. And you heard what we don't become. Our DNA is foreign to this earth.
Black human dust been found in this might have occurred. Yes, we in fact do have an idea. Carbon is exclusively formed in the interior of stars. The abundant carbon found in your and my body is literally stardust. Blasted from the core of dying red giants. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said what came out of space was a human being. The human being came from space. The black human being came from space. Not from Africa. Not from Africa.
How you gonna debunk this, man? You can't date niggas. You cannot date us. Why think the white man trying to go all these different so-called planets? Pluto, Mars, and Jupiter. Trying to find different life forms. No matter where you go, whatever planet you go to, you're going to find some niggas there. You're going to find us. you gonna find niggas there. How you gonna escape your maker? The ones who made you. You can't run from us. We made your ass. That's facts. That's facts. They cannot be refuted. So, with that being said, I say peace. Click subscribe to my videos. If you have any questions, comment down below. And I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Take time to digest this information. I know it's overwhelming, but you gotta deal with the facts. And with that being said, I say peace.